name's Alex Razo,
My name is Victor Castillo.
and we're going to be presenting the shoe that we've solved.
1.41.
So we got this lovely lady, Miss Watson, as our client, and she gave us this extremely long criteria: a wedge platform heel, comfortable for 8 to 12 hours when walking around. She has really bad feet, not surprising. She also wants to feel big. That's a hard thing to do. And all these things which are unrealistic, but we made them real. So Miss Watson needs a shoe that is a woman's size 7 wide. She has thick, wide feet, like Sasquatch feet. That is versatile and can be worn in different climates such as snow, wet ground, and hot climate because she lives here in the desert. She should be able to wear these heels for 8 to 12 hours a day with comfort. The design should be semi-formal that allows her to wear her shoes at her workplace and wear at home and still be fashionable. And she also was very adamant about being able to run from a killer and survive. So I don't know what she does on her personal time, but that's her. Victor?
So our first brainstorm idea was our very own interchangeable flat within STS, which is the self-tightening system. And basically it would be a flat shoe that has a clip attachment to attach heel parts or platforms, so you basically take them off, or it can just be worn as a flat, just nothing at all, with a self-tightening system to adjust your foot, so it could be basically any size you would want at any time of a given day.
So STS system is a self-tightening system that we created by ourselves. Basically, it takes 2 bands and it adapts to a person's foot length. Our second idea was a heel shoe that has a retractable heel. So think of it as wheelies, but like it pops out. A regular heel shoe, but the heel component would be able to fold up back into the shoe, creating a flat, and the heel would be able to be folded back down whenever. Our third idea was flats with a screw-on feature. It would be a flat with a washer into the heel of the shoe, so it's already built into the shoe, with 2 components, one being a heel platform and the other being a 2-inch heel. So there'll be there's 2 attachable parts with both screws into them fitting into the washer. And how do we pick this? What do we use to pick out of these 3 great ideas? Which one do we choose out of them?
Well, according to our decision matrix, which is a score from 5 is the best, 1 is the worst, we came up that idea number 3 would be the best, comparing that it was better in 4 in durability, 5 in comfort, 3 in fashion, and 4 in water repellent, and 5 in adapt to weather, 5 for her ego lift,
which is the height, making her ego bigger,
and 5 for traction, and 5 for runnability, which all add up to 36. So, since they scored out of the highest, we decided to choose this idea. We took the criteria that Ms. Watson wanted and put it into 9 categories, which is the ones I just listed right here, and rated them out of 5.
3 was the screw-on shoes, 2 was the flop-out heel, and 1 was the clip-on shoe. And then here was our first design of how we think it should go. Basically, the screws would go into these columns, and you would tie it up like that. We tried to work this out with this design. We thought it would be a sufficient model, but later on we found out it wasn't in our first prototype. So our first prototype was just mainly focused on getting the heels done. We came into an issue where the model was a little too simple and it wasn't secure enough for the heel, and it was a bad design. So in this prototype we found out that there was a better alternative than just putting the washer into the heel itself and going from there. So our first prototype was mainly focused on the heel. So the heel would have a screw coming out of it, and then the washers would be into the attachment itself. Later in this prototype, we figured out that doing that way would not be a sufficient shoe.